friend, this is the worst I've seen David do in his entire debate career. There is no place that City has. Just a mess. Toby comes to say absolute bullshit. David comes to debate for what she has said and bring another level of like absolute fucking. Now what does David say? He says first that the debate is about tax, and then at the end of the debate you see why these guys are getting this debate and why this is effective. And what these guys say is that we shouldn't give women this type, women who are not extreme feminists. We shouldn't allow them to buy into the tag of feminism. That by giving them that tag, it becomes problematic. We say in this debate that the debate is not necessarily about that. What you are saying from CO is that they are talking about religious people who are feminists and how they can effect change within the feminist space. Should those women be allowed to effect change within the feminist space? They are actually women who are actually feminists, who believe in the liberation of women. By their logic, if you're a woman, if you fight female genital mutilation, if you fight for like workplace equality, but you believe that you should be subservient to your husband, you are feminist. That is an extreme form of feminism. You think that feminism should have different conception, that feminism should be balanced. That if you aren't an extreme feminist, you should not be said that you aren't feminist at all. We think that women, there are actually women who fight oppression in different aspects of society. For him, if a woman is one of those women who, like Amber Rose, who is against slut shaming and is walking on the streets and is absolutely empowered, that woman is ultimately better than the woman who is religious but still fights oppression in society in many ways. We think that is a conception of feminism that is intrinsically wrong. Then he says that men control religion, hence if you opt into religion, then that is spiritual. We think that is something that can change. The reason why we have women within those spaces fighting is because we want those women to create changes within those particular systems. Is that possible? Do we have more and more female pastors now than we had historically? We say yes. The reason why is accused to saying that we shouldn't have like black priests at the time where the white priests dominated. Well, by having a black priest at the time where there was a domination of white priests, what it meant that those black priests could aspire to the top and now fight to make sure that their brothers who are black can also reach the top of that particular ladder and that particular aspiration. We don't think you should limit people in that particular way. Then he says that this is a corruption of patriarchy. We say it is not particularly a corruption of patriarchy, but it's about your own conception of feminism. That feminism must be extreme. I give an analogy about women who fight against female genital mutilation, who fight against many societal biases that oppress women, but believe that certain things should be like the way they are because they believe in their God. If a woman believes that God says you subservient to the husband, but fight patriarchy in other ways, why should you now say she's less of a feminist than Amber Rose, who does her sports work and all that stuff? We think that is not what feminism should be about. Then he says that religion presently is messed up and fucked up. We think religion has grown and progressed like massively. We think that ultimately religion has been balanced. For the fact that the Anglican and the Catholic Church have legalized gay marriage, have allowed gay couples to get married, have allowed those weddings. There was a time where the Catholic Church was radically against that particular practice. But today we have these things happening. Today we have black priests in the Catholic Church. But there was a time where those things didn't happen. So if any time we think now is the wrong time to oppose abortion, because at this present time we think that religion is liberalizing, religion is corrupting people who are in minorities and Americans. You don't have anything to say. Now, radical change. David says this is the bottom line of that case. That by the only way we can the only way we can make progress is by having radical change. He doesn't tell us what radical change means. We think that we are the ones who achieve that radical change by allowing these women to engage in system and change the model. If a woman is in a church and is a pastor and sees spiritual practices, she can now empower other women within that particular church. By having radical change, the radical change he wants is for women to stay outside religion and change religion. But the fact is, religion will never change that way. You must engage with the religion the way it is. Now, what are the arguments of reports and why do you do this? What are the nuances in our bench? I'll take opening. Okay. So you say your model ensures that women will face intersectional change. How possible is it to use patriarchal views to advance equal rights? No, the fact is, you can the patriarchal views in this particular instance to him will mean being like it's the same thing, being subservient to your husband. Why can't a woman why can't the woman have the agency to say this is what I believe in? And for this one, I disagree with you. Why must the woman embrace feminism holistically? Like, why can't you have those nuances within a particular, the fact that the notion that by opting into religion, you are intrinsically opting into feminism is one that is very harmful and it's one that is very, particularly detrimental to feminism in itself. Now, the argument that comes from this bench is about the dynamism of religion. The extent of the argument for how O analyze this argument is to say that like religion changes over time. That is the extent of the analysis. How does you engage with this? We give you actual examples. We tell you that the Anglican Church and the Catholic Church have now permitted gay marriage. On the second level, we tell you that we, as individuals, we interpret scriptures how it favors us. In the Bible, Solomon married 700 wives, but you don't see anyone today marrying 700 wives. The Bible says that harlots should be stoned, but you don't see anyone today stoning harlots, because we understand that religion is like the scriptures are contextual and they don't have a general broad application. So we think that we as humans we understand this and we understand these nuances, and we don't think that there can be that like scriptures should apply literally in every particular instance. Like Kumi tells us now blacks weren't allowed to be priests like during the time of slavery. Now, second thing on this page, feminists take their activism to church. The extent to which O engages in argument is to say that there are women who can use their scriptures to fight patriarchy. Now, why do we win this particular clash from closing? Because we analyze to you how people cannot dissociate their beliefs from their lives. It is particularly difficult. Why is it important? Religion is essential to people. It is key to their identity. The God factor, the fact that many times religion has more visible value to women. Why is this particularly important? Because if the comparative is ever religion versus feminism, women will always choose religion, because feminism is incredibly abstract, because ultimately religion is more relatable, religion is more essential to their lives. So if you make it a feminism versus religious clash like City wants, women will always open to religion because there's a God factor, because religion is more relatable and feminism seems to be abstract. Now, we think feminism is about choice intrinsically. It's about choice and empowerment. It's about you having the ability and the power as a woman to put on a hijab as a Muslim. What people of a feminist want is that when a woman wears hijab, they will say she's not feminine because she's buying into an oppressive system. But we think that having the power as a woman to choose to align to family value systems of subsistence, we think that when feminism restricts the choice of women, then it isn't any better than patriarchy. Because patriarchy will tell you, do not wear a short skirt because you will get raped. But liberal feminists will tell you, do not wear a hijab because it's oppressive to you. Ultimately, we say that if people want to choose any particular definition of feminism, they should be allowed to choose that. By saying that, by showing them the great more problems, we think from our side we achieve the change that we really want to do.